Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Happy
gotta,
New Year.
Yes. Happy New Year. I was like, we have to plan our intro next time because ad-libbing.
We just be coming on.
Like, hey, we here. We back.
Facts. We back after a 4-week hiatus.
It's always a surprise when we're back, okay?
But we're back.
On your toes.
Together. We are back.
In 2020,
I am committing to be the highest version of my possible self.
Oh.
Yes. I'm trying to elevate to a higher space.
Yes.
In each and every part of my life. Negativity, it's get the fuck away from me, okay? So I just feel good about some stuff, and I feel like oops.
Oh, what happened?
Girl,
I'm here. You here?
Okay.
Y'all, we're a bit rusty. It's been some time.
Oh God. See, I am going to elevate to the devil is busy, y'all.
Girl, the Black Coffee and Tea podcast.
Y'all have no idea.
Y'all
have no idea. I mean, shout out to those who have a podcast that obviously the podcasting would be a lot easier if we lived in the same city.
Yes.
Easy in a way where we would still have to figure out different things that work for our style, but easy in a way from a tech standpoint. Yeah. So shout out to those who podcast from a multi-state situation like we do, and we're having to figure this out. But
I actually just found out one of my favorite podcasts. They do that.
Oh, really?
I listen to them. I've been listening to them for a year. I thought they record in the same room. She said they always record, from separate locations in their studio and stream in.
Now, do they have, because actually I listened to a few girls. They haven't been, I actually really, really like this podcast. It's, gosh, I forget the name. It's TY. Anyway, I'll have to think of the name in a second, but they do the same thing too. They're in a multi-state. One of them is in California and the other one's here in Nashville.
Wow.
And the only thing is they don't do the whole YouTube thing. So it's literally just the voice. So it probably would be easier, obviously, if we just did voice, but I think it's also good representation for people to see us as well if they want to, for as long as we can do it. Until
sometimes we've had some scenarios where we only did audio.
For sure.
Yeah. So
for sure.
But we're back.
We're back. Turn up. Hopefully you guys are happy to hear us. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. So, Music City, Nashville, Music City Streets. Honestly, you guys, I am committing to being one of the highest versions of myself. And along saying that, usually I have something going on in Nashville, but I don't have anything this week coming up for Nashville as far as this weekend. But I will say stay tuned, because going forward, I will make sure that I have something that you all can attend in the city. So stay tuned for that. Anything happening in California streets that we
Well, the holidays I stayed here, and it was my first California Christmas. And it was cool. Cali Christmas, it was actually raining and cold. So that's
cold meaning like what degree?
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's not cold like how y'all would think of cold, but it's cold for me. It was like 60s, 50s, 55.
Okay, 55. That's cold for California. That's totally cold.
At night and early in the morning. But
yeah. It was cold in Malibu for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was cold up there.
It's always cold. Those ocean breezes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that water is always freezing.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool being here because, it was no traffic on Christmas. It was literally like, it was beautiful. It was like a dream. So I was going to different stores and shit. So, California's doing good. They just announced the Coachella lineup. And I thought I was done with Coachella, but after seeing the lineup, I think I may have to hit up Coachella this year.
That's what everyone is saying.
Yes.
I've been seeing that on my timeline. They're like, I thought I was done with Coachella. I'm going to have to go. This lineup is lit. I'm like,
I thought I was
swear.
done. I thought I was done, but
Is this true or not? So for Coachella, I heard that it's really only like, I don't want to say that it's only really fun because I'm sure everybody has a different experience, but I did hear that you'll want to do like a VIP pass. Is that true or not really? Like, does it matter?
So my first time going to Coachella, that's what I thought. I thought that it was the, VIP pass that would enhance your experience. But my friend, she went last year and she actually paid the extra like almost $500 for the damn VIP pass. And she said it wasn't worth it at all. So basically the entrances were still just as long as the regular entrances. And she said the little areas, basically the beer gardens that were VIP beer gardens, she said they weren't anything special. There's other beer gardens with more people that are funner. So it still doesn't give you that prime access to the front of the stage. So it's basically like you get a wristband to go through certain entrances, but they're damn near just as far as the regular entrance. And then you also get your wristband to go into certain like beer gardens, which are it's like bars,
Okay.
But she said it wasn't, basically less lines, less crowdedness.
Okay.
But that's not what I thought VIP was. I thought that the VIP got you straight to the gate because it's damn near a half a mile of walking just to get like from the drop off to the damn gate. So they have people like in bicycles and carriages and you pay them like $10 to like ride you to the front. Like that's how fucking far it is. So yeah, you can do that. That's not too bad. But we thought that the VIP got you straight to that front gate. And she was like, girl, I was so pissed off. We still had to walk. And she said it didn't get you to the front of the stage. So like, if you notice when the celebrities be there, they'll be at that little like front part of the stages of the performances. Yeah. And there's like a gate behind them. So the general people can't get to them.
Yeah.
So that's a fucking artist pass. So basically you have to know someone in the industry who knows somebody in the industry or connected to the business or something that can give you an artist pass, and you get access and you get the VIP entrance, and that's the real VIP, and you can't even purchase those. Like you have to, it's the inside industry thing.
Yeah. Oh, so official. That's what I would need.
Yeah.
I need to be one of the people.
There's some things on my LA list of elite shit that I want to be a part of. And going to Coachella on a motherfucking artist pass is one of them. Okay. Another one is getting into Drake's Labor Day party that happens every damn year. Ooh. My second year in LA, I was so close to getting in Drake's party. Like,
I was gonna say, I'm shocked that you have not gotten in there by now. You're pretty good about getting into stuff.
I stopped trying after that second year because that was I had to connect who she got the address to the shuttle, because there's a shuttle to take you to the secret location to his house and everything in the hills. And she got there late, so they stopped even taking people on the shuttle to the house. She tried to like follow the shuttle and like get somebody to drive her up there, and they like they wouldn't let her come through the gate. Like it was crazy. And then one of her friends who did get in, she said Drake wasn't even there. Like everyone was there, but she didn't even see Drake the whole party. I was like, I don't care. I'm getting in.
Yeah, like I still want to go. Like,
he in one of those damn rooms.
Oh my God, what is Drake's last name? It's like, what's his name?
Aubrey, girl, don't do him.
Aubrey
Graham. Aubrey Graham.
You were like, I'm Mrs. Graham. When people were like, please call me my pronoun. I'm a them. You were like, okay, well, if they can say that, then call me Mrs. Audrey Graham. I'm Aubrey Graham or something.
Drake's wife.
So funny.
No, but I'm not. My fascination with Drake has fizzled a bit. Okay, I love him for his art and everything, but yeah. My romance in my head, that's just not gonna happen because he just did a documentary. I don't know if you peeped it, but he did a documentary with Rap Radar. Basically, it was like he's living that rap life to the fullest. Like he's not probably ever gonna settle down because he just loves his space, and he just
I feel him.
You don't know anybody that could fit into that. And I was like, I kind of feel the same way. That's why I'm single. It's like, I don't know who that like amazing person who I'm not going to get tired of, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I think though, and I've always said this for me as well. I mean, I know a companionship is very important because at the end of the day, no matter the amount of money or fame that someone has, everybody wants some kind of like love or someone to be able to talk to, or if something good happens in your life, you want to be like, have that person to call and share the good news with, or if something bad happens, you know, so I get, you know, that, but I've always said if I had like a shit ton of money, I probably would just be okay with being like a Oprah and just having a companionship. Like if I was not married, and I'm not saying that person would take my money. I just feel like for what? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like just let's just be together. Like because we want to. Let's just be together. Yeah, let's just be together and do what married couples do. You know, a piece of paper shouldn't stop that. And a lot of times that piece of paper makes things worse. Just to be real. So yeah, I feel him on that. I agree with 100% with him saying that. I mean,
yeah, it was a fascinating interview. It was like I'm calling it a documentary because that shit was like 2 hours long, but it was good. Okay. Yeah, that's part of the tea. That's my first little bit of tea.
We just hopped up into what's the tea, sis? Okay.
Our celeb news.
Well, I just want to get this out there, but out in the open, because I just think it was so good. That show on Netflix called You. Have you seen it?
Oh, okay. I've seen a few episodes of the first season.
You couldn't get into it?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it was good. It was okay. It was good.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Like at first it was kind of slow starting. Like I honestly had to watch it twice the first season because the second time watching it, I was like, oh, I don't even remember that happening because I guess I was just aloof or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it is really good. For those that don't know, the story is centered around a guy who clearly has issues, but he's like a narcissist to the nth degree, meaning he falls in love with someone who doesn't even know him, doesn't know his name, and he mysteriously somehow, you know, moves into her life in a way where she really had no choice to me but to fall in love with him. He follows her, he kills off people who are extremely close to her. That's a threat to him and her's relationship. So it's kind of like this fine line between stalking and being in love. And it just really is a good show. I think it's really good for me it was really good to me because this guy seems so normal until he's really fucking like
he looked creepy episode 1 to me.
He's slick, but I'm saying like as you watch this season, he is legit like it's fucked up because there's really 2 of them. Like he's really slick normal, but until you know obviously know he's crazy. But
Psycho.
I don't know. It was just a good show, and then season 2 is really good too. It's just a whole different kind of
whole people different said they were disappointed.
Huh?
From what I heard, people were comparing season 1 to season 2, saying season 1 was better.
It was, and I think season 2, the only reason for me why season 2 failed me, although I just love season 1 in general, but season 2 failed me because of how it ended. And I won't spoil it for those who want to go out and watch it, but how it ended to me was like, come on. Like, you know, you just be like, really? But anyway, I just needed to get that out there. We can go on to the real stuff, but You on
Netflix. While you're talking about amazing shows, I stumbled across, I know I'm like 2 years behind, but I stumbled across Snowfall. Have you watched Snowfall?
Somebody told me to watch, my makeup artist told me to watch that. I need
on
to put that
FX.
back on my list.
So I had 2 weeks off for, Christmas vacation, and my mom was here. So girl, jealous. we binge watched 3 seasons of Snowfall in like 3 days. That shit was so good. It's so
Everybody
good.
told me it is.
I'm gonna say that's like my favorite series over The Shy, over Power. Like
Whitney, you love The Shy.
I do. You know I do, girl.
So it's
Snowfall is
that
good.
good?
Like, I'm about to rewatch it by myself because I didn't pay attention that much to the first season because the first season's a bit slower. But girl, once season 2 and 3 hits, oh my God. And I think it's so good because it's a real story that we all know and have been affected by and heard of, but we don't really know like the backstory behind it. So
Right.
the whole plot of the story is it's about the rise of crack cocaine in Los Angeles. So basically crack was brand new when it hit the streets. You know, people knew of cocaine, but they didn't know about crack. And what my mom was telling me was that during that time period, it was like people who had just tried crack thinking it was like, oh, a new form of cocaine. Because, you know, cocaine was like an upper echelon type of drug, like done in the nightclubs and stuff. She was like, it was people, she was like, Whitney, it was people with degrees, with good ass paying jobs, with whole families that literally one after one, we would hear after months, like, oh, they're cracking now. Oh, they're on crack now. They're on crack now. She said it just took over people's lives. She said people would hit it once and think it was going to be like Coke. And now they're just addicted to the craziest level and ruin their whole lives. And it's like, I have, you know, people who had, you know, drug addictions in my family. Like that shit affected so many Black people. And so this story, it kind of gives you the backstory of like how that shit started. And a lot of people think it's associated with the, you know, government, and the government ultimately brought those drugs into the hood.
Telling me about that.
Yeah. And so it follows like a young Black boy, excellent actor. This boy is such a good fucking actor. It follows his story, like how he just becomes like an innocent kid to like basically making millions of dollars on these streets, like in crack. Like he basically introduced crack to LA. So it's so good, girl. You gotta
watch it. Where do you watch this on? FX? Where's FX? Is that on cable? Is that on Hulu?
So FX, I think it is on Hulu, but I think only the first and second seasons are on Hulu. So the third season, I you know me, I watch everything online. No, I don't purchase nothing.
Oh, online?
I mean, yeah, I do
because
purchase.
I have to purchase. I looked it up. I looked it up on I have Xfinity, and I looked it up, and it was like $2.99 per episode. I was like, no. So I looked it up on Amazon Prime. I didn't see it. So I'm like, okay, either I need to subscribe to the channel or like
we don't know who's listening right now. So yeah, purchase everyone listening. There's multiple ways to purchase. Okay, Mia, text me after. Okay, I got you.
Thanks, girl. Thank you.
Oh shoot.
Oh shit. Oh, Kevin Hart documentary. Did you watch that?
I watched the first like 20 minutes, but I saw the clips. That were
every
relevant.
show I'm bringing up. You watching the first like? I watched like the first minute. No, why did you watch the first 20? Were you not interested, or you just were like, I don't
like Kevin Hart. I don't like Kevin Hart at all. So like you know me, I used to love Kevin Hart. Like that was such a Kevin Hart.
You turned me on to Kevin Hart, so
I don't like his personality. I don't like full of shit. I don't like that. He's corny. And what I did see from the documentary made me like him even less. So
really?
Yeah. His arrogance.
Well, see, I watched
his arrogance is gonna be his downfall. That's what I got from that. It's like he's gonna be his own fucking downfall. It's sad.
And I didn't get that from the documentary. He obviously had moments where I felt like, yes, he was actually he had very few moments where I felt he was arrogant. And you know, I had a different perception of Kevin Hart these last few years myself as well. Like, I just, you know, he's just become, I don't know. But maybe when you become that level, there is a certain level. I don't know. I just have had a distaste for him the last few years. So when I watched the documentary,
the scene that I'm talking about is the one that went viral. So I'm sure you know the arrogance.
I haven't seen it. I just went ahead and I just watched. I don't. Maybe I have, and I just didn't get. I don't know. I have to watch it. But from what I saw on the documentary, it made me like Kevin a little bit more. There were moments where I was like, oh, okay, he didn't have to do that. But then again, I'm like, okay, this is a documentary of his life. And I don't know, it just, my take on it was like, wow, because Marlon, my husband, he just really doesn't care for Kevin Hart at all, ever. And so when he watched it, he was like, oh, okay, he's like, I have a newfound respect for him, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I respect him. I think he's, you know, what he has done is amazing. I love the little backstory of, how he grew up with him and his mom and his brother, and, where he came from, and how they all lived in like one room. Like, that was good to share. That was inspiring to see, but I don't like, and me, I'm just a really big person with character. And if I don't like your character or your energy, I don't really fuck with you. Like, I can't really like your content. So it's just like, for him the scene I'm talking about that went viral was when he was on that jet and he basically tried to like call out his best friend who works for him.
Yeah, that's the scene that I'm talking about. But that was basically the context.
Okay, let me just let the people hear what happened. So basically, he called out his best friend on the jet and was just like, you wouldn't be anything without me. Like, you wouldn't have this life without me. You wouldn't be anything without me. And so he called him out in front of like everyone in his team, like, plus the fucking documentary cameras. So of course this is gonna like make his friend get all emotional. His friend's like, what? Like, I'm still me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, out of embarrassment as well. But it's just like the way Kevin kept going and drilling into that man, like, basically it's like, I own you. Like, I'm God.
Yeah,
like, I made you.
Yeah.
And it's just
he was like, do you have a house?
Is it not enough? Is it not enough that everyone is even on your jet right now? Everyone's on your payroll. Like, everyone knows you're the fucking boss, little guy. So why are you so pressed to put in your friend's best friend's face that you got them here, or you're this and you're that, like, in front of everyone, in front of documentary cameras? And then my thing is, that made the cutting room floor. So it's like, why would you, if that was really your best friend, and this is apparently somebody he grew up with, and
this is his trainer, for those that don't know, his trainer.
But somebody he known for a long time is what the blogs are saying. Like, he's known him for a long period of his life, and he's part of his team for a long time. And so it's just like, for him, I don't know. I don't respect anybody who does that, like, on a personal level. I just think that really shows your character. And it's like, we all know you're the boss. We all know you make a lot of money, Kevin. Like, you don't have to rub it in these people's face what you've done for them. You know what I'm saying? In such a demeaning way. And then it's like, if that was really your homie, you shouldn't even let that be released, because that was slick embarrassing. Like, that was just rude. And my thing is, like, there's so many people, and I've seen Drake, I've seen like Diddy, I've seen people who will willingly say, like, I didn't get here by myself. I got here with my team. You know what I'm saying? I got here with my team. Like, the most honorable, humble people, they want to put that spotlight not just on themselves, but they want to shine it on other people, because they know they're getting most of the shine anyway. So it's just like,
and that's kind
I already didn't like you because you was a cheater and a corny ass nigga, and now I really just don't like you because it shows like that character and how much money has changed you.
Well, see, in the documentary, from the context, there really is no context of what he said, because that is absolutely the moment in which I was like, oh, you didn't have to say that. Like, that was fucked up. Like, it was really fucked up, because you
can't go back from that, because that's how you really feel. Like, that's.
But for like the first 4 episodes, there's only 6. Kevin is going on and on and on about his team, and he's put all of his teammates in a position to win, and not in a braggadocious way. It's just like, hey, this is my guy. I want to see him win. He's good at this. Let me put him on. So he has been parading throughout the documentary. And
that's what you thought. And he was parading it across the documentary because that's the narrative he was portraying. But my thing is, that was a raw moment between him and his friends. That was a drama-filled moment. But in the midst of that moment, it shows you that all the shit you're doing for your team, it is in a braggadocious way, because you're waiting at any point in time to pull out the ammunition that you made them, that they would be nothing without you.
But do we really think that, because this is, me and my homegirl were talking about this too, like, when it comes to celebrities, and maybe not even celebrities, but just the character of people, like, if you make it in your team or whoever, I wonder if there are people, because I've seen it with the Kardashians. They've called out people who they've put on, like when Jordan Woods and all that. Like, when you have to do that, it's pretty low. But I'm like, I wonder how many other people who don't have a camera on their face are reminded, because I have family members that will remind you of what they've done for you. On a small, it's just, big, small, or indifferent. And again, this is not me taking up for Kevin. I actually got emotional in that moment, because the way he kept drilling it in front, like you said, in front of everyone, there was probably like 8-10 people on the jet. And he even went there as far as, do you have a house? Do you have a house? Do you have a house? And I'm thinking like, Kevin, it's LA. People rent all the time. Like, what's your point if he has a house or a condo
friend didn't
or
even
an apartment?
Answer that question. Like, it was like he was embarrassed. Like, it was so sad.
Yeah, he tried to, like Marlon said, he tried to little boy him. He tried to son him, and in front of people. And so at the end of the day, it was wrong, but that just made me explore the conversation with another person. I'm thinking like, I wonder how many people really do this. Because like I said, on a small scale, I have people in my family that I hate to even would think to go for help, because it's like at any given moment, you're constantly reminding me of what you've done for me or what you've done for this person. That's, to me, that's fucked up. Like, if you help somebody, you help them. Like, there is no reminding. Like, if you make it, I shouldn't have to be reminded that you helped, I don't know, be the video person. You know, I'm going to obviously thank you, but like, it's almost like people feel like you constantly are in debt to that person. So I just wonder, I explore the conversation. I wonder, outside of Kevin, like, how many people really do this? You know what I'm saying? That don't have a camera. Because like I said, I have it in my own family when people are like this. And it just makes me be like, okay, I know not to go to help for you again, because I don't like that feeling of feeling like, you know, being reminded when it's like, damn, you're supposed to be down. Like, you're supposed to be the person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's just
a lot of people act like that in real life. And I stay far away from those people in my real life. So I don't draw to that type of energy. So Kevin, that just pushed me further away from him, because I already didn't really fuck with him. But I feel like it is a good story. It's his story to tell. I think it would have been better had he included some of that shit that went down with that car accident in that documentary, because I feel like that was a super big headline and he kind of just never really addressed it. Like,
I think that comes out in season 2. That's gonna come out in season 2.
So I want to watch that one.
Yeah,
I do want to watch that one and see.
Yeah, that comes out in season 2, because this was like the first. Yeah.
Because him leaving the people in the car, and that's another character flaw. I don't follow people like that. So it's just like, whatever damage you did to yourself, that was fucking karma, because you left 2 people injured in a fucking car trying to flee a scene. Like, at the end of the fucking day, we don't know why. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on that. But I would love to hear your side of the story if it's legit. But
no, I feel you. I mean, great.
Everybody go watch Kevin Hart on Netflix. Yeah. Again. And Jumanji too, I think. I don't know. That's what's up. Poor Nico. That's all I gotta say too.
So what is that noise? I heard noises. Yeah, a Nico child. But here's the thing about a Nico that I didn't understand was, you didn't watch the documentary. Well, in the documentary, they do talk about the cheating. Okay? They talk about the cheating to the extent, well, from a Nico standpoint, there's actually 2 things that I did not know. She found out, and so Nico talks about, she found out about the cheating as she was sitting eating breakfast, and somebody sent an edited version of Kevin in the room with the girl in a DM. So she was sent it to in a DM. Okay, cool. Anonymously. But what she basically, and what I got from the video and what some of my peers got from the video we talked about, was that she never really said, like, it was fucked up because it was fucked up. It was like, you humiliated me publicly via Instagram, social media. Like, to me, that's like, okay, that's obvious. But if that's the only thing that you're worried about is being humiliated, like, my thing is the cheating was bad on any level. Bitch, you were pregnant. You know, whether it wasn't on social media, I'm sure it would have been better because people wouldn't have known. But still, like, to me,
she's not gonna put on for y'all common folk. Like, this isn't Kevin Smith. This is fucking Kevin Hart. So this nigga has millions of dollars.
Yeah, she was just like, I mean, it was
a given. Come on.
She was like, you know what? She was like, you only got one time to mess up, you know? She was like, I am a very forgiving person, but one time, that's it, you know? She was like, I asked him, is this what you want to do? Is this the life you want to live? She was like, and he was like, no. And so I trust him. I believe him. I blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, girl. And then I didn't know Kevin Hart's homeboy was the one who set him up. All this time we thought it was the girl that was trying to, what do you call it? When somebody tried to extort him for the money. But it was the homeboy that had set up the recording and all that stuff. And he's the one who sent those emails saying, hey, you need to give me $10 million or else I'm going to.
Yeah, that was public information because he had a lawsuit against him like years ago.
But I'm saying I had stopped following it for a while. Even like I just didn't know that information. I was like, damn, it was somebody on the inside because I thought it was the girl.
No, I heard he was definitely a part of it because that was his best friend. They stopped being cool and he was having a whole lawsuit with him, but I think they settled out of court because it was dropped. But yeah, with that Aniko stuff, it's like, I mean, the issue is not being cheated on. Just 80% of these Hollywood, marriages or unions, whatever, they're not like your typical unions, like cheating and all that. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? But disclosing that shit to the public, letting the public in on the fuck shit y'all got going on, that's not okay. So that's why Aniko was so pissed. It's the same shit with Tiny. She's okay being disrespected behind closed doors. Just don't disrespect her on national television or in these blogs. Speaking of Tiny, her serial cheating ass husband, T.I., he also came to Kevin Hart's defense because Shade Room had posted the little clip of, about Aniko finding out she was being cheated on or whatever. And of course, Kevin Hart hops in the DMs, or I think T.I. hops in the DMs and was like, oh, but you don't want to post about how his mom, or you don't want to post about the positive parts of his documentary or something like that.
These celebrities be talking to these blogs like they really are about the humanitarian side of things. Like, no, their job is just like Wendy Williams, is to get the tea, blast it, make the headline juicy for the click. Like, you're talking to a devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to reason with that? Like, just, you're a celebrity. You know what you put out. People are going to take bits and pieces and chop it up, remix it, edit it up. Like, why even give the energy? I guess, I mean, we're speaking to these people like they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. We should take this headline. Like, no, like, stop.
My thing is T.I. just needs to step the fuck back. Like, this damn Cheaters Anonymous group he's trying to like endorse. I just don't understand why let me stop. I'm done.
Yeah, because I mean, he's a
I just don't like chauvinistic, fucking cheating ass narcissistic men, and Kevin and T.I. are both of those. Like, that's what they are.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a fan of both of their art. I was a fan of both of their art, but
you know what? We can't even really be mad because guess what? Their wives are the ones that are okay with it. So who are we to be like, whatever? Like, if you want to cheat and the person who it matters to is staying with the bullshit, kudos to you guys. Because at the end of the day, that's the one you have the commitment to, but you can't expect other people to respect your marriage if you're not respecting it. Like,
yeah, and I just don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You.
Like, I don't get it. Like,
don't respect you.
I stopped feeling bad for people too. Like, I'm like, because sometimes when I hear certain things, I'm like, oh my god, like that's low down, which it is. Stuff. The act is still low down, no matter how you slice it, dice it. But it comes a time where it's like, okay, you're okay with this. Like, this keeps happening to you. Like, okay, like, okay. You must love it. And I'm not saying that people don't stay for things that are like mentally abused or mentally incapacitated and all this other kind of stuff. That's beyond the point. But Tiny can absolutely get out of her marriage and start a new life and probably find a guy 10 times better than T.I. who's going to treat her right, honestly. Can't speak for Nico. Nico just sounds like she just wants to, I don't know. Nico just seems like she's just money hungry. But Tiny definitely had her own before she met T.I. Definitely. Right. Period.
Yeah. I don't necessarily feel bad for, either one of them, but I just don't like how it shows these men's character. So that is what it is. Yeah, so what other tea is out here in these streets?
RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Have you caught up to the current? What do you think about?
I watched it.
You seem pretty unfazed.
Yeah, it was lukewarm.
Yeah, it's been lukewarm. It hasn't really steamed up. I was kind of disappointed because last episode, I was told that we would well, based on how the editing was to see the next episode, it made it seem like the fight was going to go down. But in reality, it was like this kumbaya, like, it's just been real, like you said, lukewarm. It's just so fucking, I just feel like they need to just do away with it, or maybe get, I said this before, get all new castmates. I don't know what's really going on, but I'm just kind of over it. I don't really know what's even going on at this point.
No, yeah, it wasn't on my list.
So, yeah, it's just all been kind of like crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm just used to watching it. That's, I don't know. I just like, I do want to see next episode because it looks like it's actually finally something interesting happening.
Interesting.
I think they just drug out these episodes. Like, we could have got to that fight probably 2 episodes ago. So I don't know why they're dragging this out, but I'm definitely sensing that either the show is going to be canceled or people are going to be switched out next season. Because this
Who do you think the snake is?
Girl, I don't
or do you even believe there is a snake?
I don't even care. I don't believe it because I didn't hear the tape. So it's just like, if there was a recording, why wouldn't they play it? I don't get it. I think it's a made up storyline. They probably hired that girl. It's definitely that new girl who wore that blonde wig.
I don't even know her name. I don't know her name.
Know her name. Oh, that's that bitch.
Shabana? Is it Shabana?
I think so.
Ivana?
She was the one who kept saying, "I'm that bitch from Clark, Atlanta," or whatever.
She can go.
Really. I'm pretty sure she was hired just for the whole Snake Gate.
The Snake Gate. I forgot about that. The Snake Gate.
I'm so done with that. Anyway,
it's horrible. Do better, RHOA. We have, like, I'm sure your ratings usually are through the roof out of all of the franchises. It's gotta be the lowest this season. Like, it's just gotta be.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Has to be. So, let's see. Oh, should we hop into some serious stuff before we talk about? I got some kind of funny stuff. Okay, but let's hop into some serious stuff. Okay. So this has to be said. Our country is in danger.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, what? I was like, what, bitch? We ain't talked about this before the show, but okay.
Our country is in danger.
I had that on my list. Yeah.
World War III is a meme topic, but it's also very real, and it could very much so happen. Trump has issued all types of attacks into Iran or Iraq, and I think he violated some religious international war policy or something. Yeah. So now the Iraqis are really upset. Some U.S. bases, I think, have already been blown up, and it's just about to be a whole bunch of dumb stuff happening out here in the world. And it's already sad enough that Australia's on fire, and it's honestly looking like the end of times, but I'm not trying to scare nobody.
Listen,
that's what it's looking like to me. I don't know what y'all see, but
I've been feeling that way. Like, it's just revelations, and it's just time to wrap it up real quick. Just wrap up shit real quick. Talk to you. Make amends. If anybody needs to apologize to me before the world ends, you want to, shoot, because I'm sure I'm getting a ticket to heaven, hopefully. Set aside from a serious note, I think it's all a distraction from his impeachment. And at the end of the day, how I view it, because
I think what's a distraction?
The World War, him trying to stir up, by him stirring up all this stuff, he's just trying to, I feel get stuff going. And it's
real. He really started some real shit.
He started some real shit, but it's not beyond him. To me, I feel like this was what he was going to do anyway. First term, second term, I just knew he's always been that person. This was my fear of him even getting in the office. He's a hothead. He is a bully. And when you give somebody like that a button to possibly blow up our whole world, he's going to push it. He's not one of those that's going to tap dance around it and talk about it. No, he's going to be like, you know what? This looks fun. And then he's just going to make a mockery of it. And no, like you said, this is serious. And at the end of the day, how I feel about it, it's really sad. But at this point in time, when it comes to world news and schools getting blown up and another whole World War III going on, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And that's not me saying I don't really care. It's just that I have been so overstimulated with horrible news and things that have been just like beyond me that I've never seen in my life that I don't know. I felt like we were living in the last days for a while. And this is just the icing on the cake for me. So I don't know. I really don't have.
It's crazy out here, y'all.
Much to say.
What's even crazier is that, you know, of course, Black social media, especially Black folks, because we're just so funny and we're used to adversity, you know, we make a joke out of everything. So, you know, World War III was trending, all these memes took over Twitter and Instagram, and
they were funny.
They were funny as shit. I can't lie. And, you know, some people were like, well, I got family over there and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, there were some soldiers that spoke out and even they chuckled a little bit, but they was like on some real shit. It's real and they're scared. But what I got to say is, you know, I have family, literally my smallest cousin. I'm supposed to be, this is my second to youngest cousin. He just went off to the Air Force. My other cousin is in Japan in the Navy. So I have family very close to me that are in these armed forces. Personally, me, I don't agree with it. I begged them not to go. I gave them my opinion and told them to go to college and continue their youth for a little bit. But, you know, they felt the pressure coming from a very small southern town that is ruled by an army base. They just felt the pressure to go off to the army or be in some type of U.S. armed forces is just what a lot of people do, especially now Black people who want to get that check. You know, they want money coming in. It's just, they get you. Those recruiters, they'll be at high schools persuading kids to, you know, sign up and enroll sometimes without their parents not even knowing. And it's just because they'll guarantee that they'll get, you know, $60,000 the first year plus paid housing plus this. And it sounds good. It sounds lovely. It sounds all that. But at the end of the day, you're literally selling your life. Like, they own you and you will go to jail if you try to flee. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, you will be AWOL if you try to get out. And it's just like, I personally don't feel like Black people have any business, Black people or women, any type of minorities, honestly, you don't really have no business in the U.S. armed forces. There's so many, you know, unanswered, unsolved, suspicious murders, you know, rapes, all types of stuff that go on, and they govern their own shit. So it's very hard to have any type of outside authorities come in and control what the armed forces has going on. You know what I'm saying? So I just urge people to really think about that shit, because it gets real. You know, it's easy until it's not easy, and they send your ass over there to wherever and don't care if you come home. So I just don't feel like nobody of color or who's a woman should be in the U.S.
I just found out, I'm married to a Marine. He is a former, well, I guess he's like, oh, once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine, whatever.
I didn't know that.
Marlon was a Marine. And so one of the things that I didn't know is that for males, everyone who goes to college, you have to enlist yourself and to be called into the draft. That is a requirement. And I didn't know that. I didn't think by me wanting to go to college, it's like, okay, I also have to enlist myself to be potentially
because
called.
we're not usually in wartime. So no one's thinking about that. Like, we're in war, once every fucking
I get it,
20
but
years.
Still, like,
so nobody thinks about that.
I know, but just the fact that it's a requirement, I guess, is my thing. Like, you know, voting isn't necessarily a requirement. I mean, it's a right, but
at the end of the day, let them lock you up, y'all. If it comes to it, if you don't want to go, don't go. Fuck that. Yeah. But you gonna make me, you gonna push me on the battlefield? I'm not going anywhere. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Thank God I'm a woman, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like, no. Sometimes I love equal rights, child, but, you know.
We don't really know what's going on. There's nothing set in stone anymore. I just feel like women could be drafted. Anyone could be drafted. Like, all these laws could change. All these requirements could change. I don't know. I just feel like everything is everything right now. Trump can do whatever the fuck he wants to do until they literally get him out, which I don't know if he's going, so.
He's definitely not going, and I don't want him to go because for me, Mike Pence is worse.
I'm just talking about the next 4 years because we're coming up on an election year.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
you're saying yeah. And yeah, I honestly I can't even because I'm like I have so much anxiety about that because I really think he potentially could get it again.
Girl.
But again, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Ooh. I want to.
I just wish Bernie Sanders was like 10 years younger.
No, I love Bernie.
Girl, I want him to get rid of these student loans. Okay.
Girl.
While we're in the deep conversation, I do have one more topic that's kind of heavy. Okay.
So we said heavy at the same time.
Oh, I thought you were mocking me.
I was like, we're heavy. This is heavy.
Spicy shit. Okay.
Deep. Bitch, it's heavy.
Look, it's not called black coffee and tea for any reason. Okay. This is the coffee. We like it black. We got to take it strong real quick.
Right. No sugar, no cream.
Yes. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about was Nick Gordon's death, which was just my conspiracy theory ass girl. My conspiracy theory ass. What's crazy about this is I knew this was going to happen. When Bobby Christina got taken out right after her mom in basically the same way, and Nick was there for both deaths, I was like, oh no, they're gonna get to this nigga. Or he started talking, somebody gonna get to him.
Oh my God.
It could have been an overdose. Okay, all three of them could have overdosed. They were all on drugs. Yes, that could have happened for sure. But the timeline, everything is just, it's looking weird. For those who don't know who we're talking about, Nick Gordon was the drug dealer and also boyfriend of Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobby Christina. And he was reportedly there, when Bobby Christina was found in the bathtub overdosed, and people pointed the fingers at him, and he was doing all types of press on Dr. Phil and really looking unstable, Right. Apparently he also overdosed the first of the year, I think.
Yes.
So it's just been crazy. It's been a crazy 2020 for us to only be 7 days in. So
yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I thought it was eerie. I just think the whole
story is crazy.
It's crazy. I was shocked to actually read that headline because, for so long people had been saying he was behind, especially Bobby Christina's death. And people even saw it coming before it happened. It was like, he is not good for her. We're trying to get her to break away from him.
Yeah.
And she's taken all her mom's money that was left. I mean, obviously her mom set it up to where she could only have a certain amount at certain ages. But still, whatever age she was when she got her first payment, he was there to take it all. These are all alleged things.
And he said at the time. He withdrew thousands of dollars out of her bank account when she went to the hospital. When Bobby Christina went to the hospital, he used her debit card and took money out of her bank account.
See, that's crazy. So there, so it's always been really weird. It's a weird story to watch, especially from such an iconic standpoint from the top. Whitney Houston. I mean, my goodness, I hate that her legacy has been kind of tainted in a way, because it's not only just did she die like Luther from whatever, or Michael Jackson, and it's just Michael Jackson. It's her daughter that shortly died, a year or two after her. Then it's, the guy that her daughter, it's just really weird. It's weird. And Whitney Houston, let us not forget, she was known as the princess of, R&B, or, she was she was kind of like a black princess Diana, before, and I'm saying before the Bobby Brown, because when Bobby Brown was introduced to her, everybody was like, no, she's our princess, she's Whitney, she's not used to that life, so it's just unfortunate how that all has trickled down. So hate it.
God bless them. Oh, so crazy.
That was very heavy.
But I can already see the Hollywood movies and all that shit. They're about to eat this shit up.
I don't want to watch it, because I'm do we really even know? The people who would really be there to tell us actually what happened, are they even going to have a hand in making this? You know what I'm saying?
Girl, they don't care about the truth. They just care about what's going to sell.
They just want to, yeah.
Or they'll probably do like a long documentary, like Lifetime. So,
yeah, like
Lifetime loves to fucking monetize off of the death of celebrities.
Black celebrities.
Yeah, the Aaliyah movie they did like twice, I think they're doing like a Left Eye documentary about her love with Andre, what was his last name?
That already came out. It was it's gonna be kind of like an unsung. So it's like every episode is gonna be of a couple that was like had turmoil, like a notorious.
I looked at the listing date. It said January something, and I didn't watch it yet. But
I thought it came out already because people were already talking about. I haven't watched it. I actually had Marlon looking it up so that I could go down there and watch it.
It may have came on like last night or something because it said January
it's recent. I thought it was recent when it came out, but I had seen people talking about it.
Yeah.
But maybe it hasn't. I don't know. I haven't watched
it probably has. And then the R. Kelly Part 2, Surviving R. Kelly Part 2 is dropping season 2. Shit, girl, I can't keep up. The second installment of Surviving R. Kelly
I'm not watching
is dropping or did drop this week. I don't know.
I don't even care. I'm not watching that.
I don't know.
He's in jail.
All I do know is that Harry Weinstein. He just got more charges of
he got new charges
abuse in Los Angeles. So I want to see Oprah. I want to see Tyler. I want to see somebody hop on his story. Mm-hmm. Okay, because y'all love to, make
Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. Not saying that any of these people weren't wrong, but
I'm not saying they're not wrong either. But they don't choose to do these type of episodes on these white figures in public.
Nope. No.
Woody Allen. Where's the big ass Woody Allen controversy? Mm-hmm. He like married his stepdaughter or some shit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Elvis married a 14-year-old
girl.
He married, like, they were married when he died. Like, everybody knew she was 14.
That's what I'm saying. The selective outrage is killing me. I can't.
So we pick and choose as a society what we want to give praise to, or overlook, or whatever the case may be. Media, we pick and choose what that is. But Elvis was very much a high-powered figure, and we still praise his name in Nashville to this day. Wax figure, Elvis, Memphis. And he was high-key married to a 14-year-old.
And he stole Black people's music.
And
put it out as his own.
Yes.
Okay. But y'all.
But y'all don't want to hear that.
Y'all don't want to hear that.
And I did. So actually, I went to Memphis to talk to one of Elvis's eldest maid. She's one of the
hold up, what the fuck? What just happened?
Let's not even get into the backstory of that. But she was his eldest maid, and she's living.
Hold on, what type of journalist, damn news reporter? What? How did you get
this? Was so long ago. You was
interviewing her, or
yeah, just interview her, just talking to her, and she has a book out. I can't remember the name of the book, but she had put some stuff in a book, and Elvis's people, some of his people were still living, and obviously she was a maid, so she saw everything. But the people who were living at the time that were closest to Elvis, they basically were like, no, you can't put that in there. So she's wanting to do, I knew at the time she wanted to do a second book, because now all his people are pretty much dead who had, some sort of say so as to like what she could release, what she couldn't. But yeah, there's obviously people don't want, my point is people don't want to know the bad stuff. Some people don't want to hear the bad stuff about their rock stars, and I think that's fucked up.
Do you keep in touch with the maid, girl?
No, girl. Through somebody else.
I was like, can you get us the interview or not?
Girl, no. That was so long ago.
We need Elvis's eldest maid for real.
That was so long ago. But my point was, it's just like, it's just crazy how people want to protect, like white people in particular, they just want to protect. They want to protect
the legacy.
They don't want to taint it They're so careful, but we're like, nah, that nigga sat up here and motherfucking waited outside for motherfucking, da da da. And again, we're blasting them out, because listen, people are wrong, but they don't care that we have 30, different documentaries, movies about our figures. But, when it comes to theirs, it's like they're gods. It's fucked up.
They don't care. They don't. That's why we need more Black people to make quality film and content and all that. Which brings me to my next topic, Mr. Tyler Perry. Okay, so
what are we talking about with Tyler Perry? What you got going on?
Well, Mr. Tyler Perry, he just made the headlines because he declared, he let everyone know, he showed everyone the stack of scripts of all his productions, and he let everyone know that he writes every single word of every single sentence of every single script of every single show or movie. He don't hire writers.
I posted that today.
He said he don't hire no writers ever.
He needs to.
Absolutely, he needs to. That's what I was getting.
Tyler, that was not a kudos to you for being able to do that. But I can tell that you're the only one writing. And
it
that's
all
not
makes
a
sense.
good
it all makes
thing.
Sense now.
All of it makes sense. And I think that even with when he was developing the Opal, or not necessarily developing, I guess it was already finished, but the Opal.
Hold on, what is it called, girl? What's
the Oval? The Oval.
Okay.
And Sisters, which is like a bootleg Girlfriends. I actually like the show though, so I'm not even gonna call it bootleg, but it is kind of like a bootleg Girlfriends.
Oh wow. Okay.
They were on the reel and they were like, yeah, we only had 2 weeks to film everything. Like Tyler, he is just such a genius. Like he just wanted to get everything done within 2 weeks. And I'm thinking like, that's not a compliment. Like that's not something to be like,
about 2 weeks.
Huh?
I said it looks about 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, y'all, this is not like it looks like that. Like I wish he did take more time and more thought into developing his content and putting on or giving other people chances to write, to bring that diverse, storyline together. Cause child, this is like the Oval is trash.
Girl.
And it had to be said. At first, I was like, okay, this is like trying to be another Scandal, slick, but not. And the acting is horrible. The writing is trash.
But shockingly, Black people, because we have such little content out there, Black people are actually watching this show. My grandmother, my aunt, my mom, they watch The Oval. They don't care that it's bad. I have some other friends in LA. They watch it just to laugh at it because it's that bad.
I feel you. The have and the have-nots. Listen,
I've never been able to watch that.
I can't watch it because of the acting is so bad. Like when the acting is super terrible, I don't care. I'm sorry. I just can't watch it.
It's funny.
Like my sister and all my friends and people that I know that watch the have, they're like, you know what? You're right. The acting is trash, but the storyline is the bomb. I was like, what? Okay, well. But I'm going to shout out Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar was and it had nothing to do with Tyler Perry, but Queen Sugar was a very, very beautifully written storyline. Very great acting.
Isn't that
you're either into
TV?
The show or you're not. It was on OWN.
Oh, it's canceled?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't think it's canceled.
My mom watched it. Oh, you said it in past tense, so I thought.
Oh, because it's not on right now. Like I don't think they have a new season out right now. But when it was on, or when I was watching it, it was a good show. All Black cast, Black writers, that kind of thing. So
yeah, my mom.
I know it can be done. I guess is what I'm saying. It can be done. But Tyler, you have this huge platform. You have this new studio. Give other people the chance to write some of your stuff. Like
I've been saying that for so long about Tyler Perry, and it's just like I'm glad he's like letting us all know that he's not accepting any help, because he literally has not evolved or changed in 15 years. Like he's growing, and who am I to say anything to Tyler Perry, because he's hugely successful. Not saying he isn't, but it's just like, why would you try to do you actually think your content, if you're writing, let's say 10 scripts at one time, do you think your content and your writing on those scripts are going to be up to par as if you were co-writing on those scripts and you had staff writers and you just came in and brought your scripts would be so much more powerful because you're able to be more creative. You're not bogging your brain down trying to come up with every single line. Of course you're going to be repetitive. Of course your storylines are going to start to be repetitive because you're not taking any creative ideas from anyone else. That's going to be your downfall. That's another person right there. Like, you're going to stand in your own way because Tyler, you can do amazing things with this studio. And then on top of that, you're supplying Black jobs. Like, there's so many Black writers that can't even get a job. So why not Tyler Perry, the master of Black, production, have some Black writers come in under you, teach your craft. You can't do this forever. You know what I'm saying? Be a Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes, she got her shit running. She got Scandal running. She got Grey's Anatomy running. She got How to Get Away with Murder running. She got all her shows set up. And then she comes in and she may write one episode every 6 episodes. She doesn't write every single episode of these series.
Because Shonda Rhimes, because he wants to be, he feels like he's so great, which is, he is great. You're great at what you've done.
That ego.
But a lot of times you get stagnant and you can't go any further than that. So you've taken, and I've noticed that with a lot of people who are self-made, even me being in HR and dealing with small businesses, like, they'll hire a small team or they'll hire another business to come in and outsource their things. But a lot of times they don't want to take the direction because they feel like, you know what, I built my company. I know what is supposed to happen. I know what works until it doesn't, until you get that one sexual harassment claim. And, you might have handled some stuff back in the day, but all it takes is one complaint and you don't know what to do. But now you need HR. So I feel like self-made people can be really hard to, bend and be pliable because they feel like, well, I've taken it. I've gotten all of us this far. I know what I'm doing to get to the next level. And it pass the torch. You've gotten yourself and everybody else to this level. Okay, now pass the baton so that more people can take what you've done and elevate it.
That ego, man, that ego can push you.
It'll take you out.
It could push you into great rooms because you feel that confidence in yourself. But like you said, it could take you out. It
can take you out. If it's misappropriated, it could take you out.
It's a fine line with that ego. But, nobody can take nothing away from him. But, I think he could do a lot better. So.
Yes.
All right. Power is back.
It did start back. There's only 4 more episodes left?
Girl, I just want to get it over
with. Was this even on your list to discuss? You seem over it.
It was. I was going to talk about Power when I talked about Snowfall, but it was disappointing, I would say.
I agree.
I just think the storylines have become disappointing, and I don't know if they're just
the writing is lazy.
The writing is lazy. It's becoming unrealistic. People are going like against their characters, and I'm not quite understanding why. And it's just like, where are y'all coming up with this? And it makes me think back to what's the girl's name? Courtney Kemp.
Courtney Kemp. Yeah.
Yes, Courtney Kemp. She's like the writer or whatever, creator. She said there was like 6 alternate endings to the series. So basically, because she didn't want the ending to be leaked, they filmed 6 different alternate endings or something like that, so that if it was to be leaked, nobody would know which one was actually legit. And I can kind of feel that because it's like everything seems like imaginary. I don't know why. It's just like the authenticity of it
is dead.
It went away like a few episodes back. Like, it's getting
to me more. It went last season. To me, they really could have done without they could have wrapped everything up last season, in my opinion, this past season.
I just feel like the peak episode was when Tasha shot Keisha. And I feel like they lost the momentum.
Yes.
They lost the momentum. That was it. Everyone was in like, oh, shoot, like, did she really just do that? And we were expecting, like, we really didn't get that reaction from Tommy. We really didn't see no repercussions for Tasha. Everything is just swept under the rug, and they just started with this random who shot Ghost. Well, damn, I thought we was on who shot Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't we wrap that up too? Like, Tommy
I forgot about that. Damn, Whitney, I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Are we gonna act like Keisha did not die and we still don't know who did it? Does that not even matter? Like,
thank you. And it's really gonna piss me off if they come back to that. Like, maybe in the next 2 episodes, they have a Tommy episode and they come back to him finding out who killed Keisha. It's like, well, damn, we haven't even heard Keisha's name for fucking 4 episodes. And it's just like, why are y'all dropping storylines and picking up random storylines? And it's disappointing because I invested, a lot of time in that show.
Years into Power. Power has been legit the shit for several seasons until it hasn't been. Until we started to see, okay, what the fuck is going on? And what are we doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, Power has been legit another great show. Great writing, great acting, great authenticity, and I just feel really like, again, we've talked about this in previous episodes when it comes to the endings and how things wrap up with storylines. And I hate to keep bringing up Game of Thrones, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what it is about everybody's last season where we're all like, oh, this is the last. And then we're like, what the fuck was that? Like, you took 2 fucking years for that. You took a whole year for that. You made us wait 2 months for this shit. Like, what is going on with the wrap ups?
There are very few series that can like go out with the same energy. Yeah. I would say like Breaking Bad. They were good. Breaking Bad was good. Season 1 to the last season. That shit was
Breaking Bad was good as shit.
I could watch Breaking Bad right now if they came back. That shit was so good.
I need to rewatch it because that was just a good show.
It was so good. And I'm gonna say Snowfall is my next hope because Snowfall is so good where every season,
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Every season gets like exponentially better. Like so much better. Because the first season I was like, I like it, but there's too much shit I don't care about. But they had to give you that backstory. But now you got the backstory. They
had to.
You got the information. You got the backstory. Now they just take off with season 2, take off with season 3. I'm like, damn, this season is good. But John Singleton, rest in peace. This is his show, and he passed away in the middle of season 2. Season 3. He passed away at the end of season 3. So I don't know if season 4 is going to pick up with the same, energy since John Singleton isn't here anymore. So.
Kind of like Apple.
That's so
Steve Jobs dying, and you just can't take people's brainchild. You can't. You could give people the recipe, and it's not going to be the same. Like they can be like, "This is what I was thinking. This is exactly what needs to happen," and you just.
Girl, what's the quote? What's the quote? You can get the sauce or.
I know what you're talking about. You can get the sauce. It's like I can give you the recipe,
but the sauce still ain't.
But the sauce ain't gonna taste the same, or something like that. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. But that's true. It's true. Your gift is, and that's a really good positive thing to wrap up on here. Is like if you have a gift, no one can come and take that shit from you. What's meant for you, what's for you, is going to not only find you, but it's going to be effortlessly in you to succeed in that, because people out here like to replicate, duplicate. You can't stop nobody from doing that. But if it's your brainchild and your mastermind behind it, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? The world needs to see it. And life's too short, because you'd hate to, I've thought about this so many times where I've thought about an idea and then a year later I see it and I'm like, nobody even knew about, like, I was going to do that shit. I was going to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how quick shit happens. And you got to just do it. You got to figure out a way to do it. That's already happened
to me like 3 times this year.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, you're like, I'm not going to tell nobody. This is what I'm going to do. You're like, I just need to wait until I get da-da-da-da, or whatever the case is. And then you see someone else doing it and you're like, huh.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Like, I don't have enough. Yeah. It's tough.
Then it's easier said than done. But what I'm saying is that if you have if your gift is your gift, God places, I feel like, gifts within us, and they're special and uniquely for us.
I know.
So be confident in that and share it with the world. And
I wish I could just sell my ideas, because I got so many damn ideas, but it's like I got like 5 side hustles and projects right now. It's like I don't like. How can I get the bandwidth and the resources to add more?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to drop what I do got going on, because what if that's the one that hits? You got to juggle it all.
So, you're right. What if it's the one that hits? You're like, oh, fuck, get that back. Give it back. I was just playing. Get that shit back.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go out there and at least try, y'all. We tried, we started this podcast, a hobby. We're going to try to push this thing so it could be, bigger than a hobby.
Maybe we'll be on the radios. YouTube is cool too. YouTube is the new radio anyway. So.
Yes, YouTube is cool.
The podcasts are the new radios, so we're cool with all of that stuff. But we're
absolutely, because celebrities now are running to YouTube and running to podcasts.
They are
as their new channels. Like that's the
they
new
are because they get paid. They get that check, which tells me that these channels are going to start cracking harder and harder and harder, making it more strenuous for you know how it is when more people start doing something. It's already harder the restrictions. The guidelines are.
I thank God that I got my page is monetized. Before the change, because they done damn changed the regulations like already. Like I think you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and now you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have like 4,000 watch hours. So even if you have 1,000 subscribers, you have to have at least 4,000 watch hours on your video. So it's tough now to get that YouTube check. And
it's only going to get.
I'm in there, and
it's only going to get tighter. It's only going to get tighter with the more people that are drawing into these things. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But hey, don't let that stop you, because I never thought I would have got to, the subscribers. I have a few YouTube channels because I've been obsessed. Everyone who knows me knows I've been obsessed with YouTube for about 5 years. So I was like, oh, I'm getting a YouTube check. I'm getting a YouTube check. If you just say that to yourself and you be consistent and you just don't even look at the numbers, I guarantee you it'll happen.
Yep. You're right. But that law of attraction is serious.
Yes. And 2020 is the year of perfect vision, y'all. So if you've been waiting for, now I'm getting into my horoscope shit. So
I was gonna say, do you want to just go ahead and plug your channel? Because our viewers are gonna be like, well, what is she talking about? The BCT?
Yes, there is Black Coffee and Tea podcast channel. That is our channel. But I also have a Pisces Are Us, which is my horoscope channel, y'all. So even with
just R, the letter R, us.
Pisces Are Us, like toys are us, okay? Yes. But I was just talking about 2020 is literally the year where things are going to be like crystal clear, because that 2020 vision, that's like not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. You see how much stuff has been revealed in the first week of 2020. It's probably shit that Trump been lying on for months. He probably been waiting to do this shit for months. And boom, it's revealed the first week of 2020. Because everything that's been brewing or brimming at the surface, y'all, is about to be revealed in this year. It just is.
I agree.
So.
I agree.
Go towards your goals, go towards your dreams. Make sure you check out bctpodcast.com. So we launched a store. We are, testing out new products. So
all the time.
If you do like any of those products, make sure you go on there, check us out. We will personally send you a discount code. If anything, we got you.
Yep. Share with a friend, tag a friend. Sharing is caring. Small
DM us if you see something super cute on BCT Podcast. Okay.
We really had 24/7 customer service. I mean, at this point, we're super, we will respond back to you, because it is us running our page. It's us running our business. We are packaging these orders, processing these orders.
Mia's just so serious, y'all. I can't talk about nothing with her because she just gets it to her. Yes. We are doing these orders, processing them day and night. No, you get your damn like CEO voice on. That's just so funny.
There's like 5 of me in one, so it's like, bitch, which one are you gonna pick out today? So yeah, I mean, it really is. We are the brainchild behind everything. It's like us doing the work. So give us as much grace as you can, but we love y'all. We love the love that we continue to receive. And our followers, what are we, 12,000 right now? Like, it's crazy.
So make sure you follow us on BCT Podcast on Instagram. Like I said, you can DM us, send us your questions. We usually do, listener questions, but we're kind of tight for time tonight.
Yeah, we're tight for time. It's been a while. We had a packed episode today. So
yes, I do want to, though, shortly, real quick, shout out one of our followers. She DM'd me and she sent me some tea, and I told her I would mention it on the episode. So I am. I'm not gonna name no names, but she told me, you know, she said she recently broke up with her boyfriend, and, you know, basically, I guess he did her dirty in some type of way, shape, or form. But one of his peoples, you know, sent this video to one of her friends, and it's basically her man in some compromising situations. So remember we had an episode about your man trying on your underwear? I think we talked about that with Kendall when he came on the show.
We did.
So her man was in some underwear and doing some cross-dressing shit. And
I'm Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, and they leaked that picture in the group chat, and she, you know, wanted me to blast him and all this, but I'm not going to show the picture. I'm just going to mention it and just say,
it's kind of hard for us to blast him, girl, without us saying your name, child, but we get it. We ain't going to put that much heat on you. But
yeah, I just want to say thanks for reaching out, letting us know your tea. And if you want to, you know, send us your tea, we will mention it on our next episode, answer your questions. So just send us an email, blackcoffeeandtea312@gmail.com, or like I said, hit up our Instagram, bctpodcast.com.
We love y'all. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
we will be back. Yeah.
Until next time. Hold on, wait. I do want a tea bag. Donald Trump.
I was gonna say our tea bag this week is gonna be the same. I mean, there's no bigger asshole for me right now than Donald Trump. Yeah. Nothing bigger going on in this world than Donald Trump. So, and I think there's an $80 million price tag on his head right now.
I think so. And if anyone is staying at the Trump Towers or any of those properties associated with Trump,
please be careful.
Get the hell out. Get out.
Please be careful. We don't know of anything that's gonna happen. We're just saying that.
We just going off what Shade Room posted, and Shade Room said
we know nothing. If something happens, we know nothing.
All we know is Shade Room said, stay your ass out of Trump Towers, because somebody told somebody that they was gonna blow some shit up if you was in the Trump Tower. So
shit.
You gotta tell us, but one time we wasn't in Trump Towers anyway, but
right.
We could have some Caucasian listeners who in Trump Towers. So y'all,
that's all I'm saying.
Y'all better get out. Okay. All right. Okay.
We want all our viewers to be safe and your family. Yes. So God bless. Yeah. And until
seriously,
next time,
God bless America, y'all. Say a prayer for the world, for everyone. Times are tough right now. Okay.
Everyone. We all bleed red.
I can't. Okay.
I just had to say some shit. I just had to say something.
Till next time, y'all.
Yeah. All right. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
I was going to stop it.
That's me.